been a while since I've done a video, and that was rubbish. It just was.
If you don't have a song, you may as well not go to the pub at all.
Lads.
Watch this.
Lads, welcome to a brand new video on the channel. I'm in good nick, you might have forgotten. I have been away for 2 weeks, but I've probably not done a video for about 3 weeks. That Reading match was not a classic, was it? Not a classic whatsoever. So we got through it, that's all that matters. I didn't think we played well in patches. I think in the first half we kind of bossed it. Created a few chances early on. Didn't really do much with our possession in the first half. Second half, pretty much got ran ragged by Reading. Managed to scrape the win. But that's what happens when you're a Premier League team. You have players that can do things that Championship players can't, and Luke Freeman was the difference today. Absolutely. I'll go through the team and go through how each player played, because really there weren't many talking points, were there? Didsy scored. Way! We didn't see that, I don't think. I don't remember seeing him do that. But at least he scored. He's got off the mark. He's not scored a Premier League goal yet, but hopefully it's going to be soon. It was an absolutely worldy of a cross by Ben Osborne. Absolutely lovely. And he put some good balls in today, Ben Osborne, when he had the chance. And obviously Didsy put it away brilliantly. Hopefully, that'll give him a bit of confidence to go into the Premier League. But other than that, he found some good space. He did some alright stuff with the ball, but we'll not go on about Didsy. We'll go through the team. I thought Dean Henderson was brilliant today, as always. There was one cross in, I think it was the first half of... Yeah, I think it was the first half of extra time, where he came out for the ball, kind of missed it, and I think Ollie McBurney headed it away. But other than that, everything else that he did was great. There was a long shot that was an absolute blistering strike that he one-handed pushed to one side. There was a couple in the second half. But yeah, he didn't have to do a great deal, but what he had to do, he did well. Baldock, I honestly thought that was Baldock's worst game of definitely of the year, probably of this season. I think I've been Baldock's biggest fan this season. I think he's been excellent. He's been our most improved player by a mile. Well, him and Lundstrom, but for me, Baldock definitely pips it. And today, he gave away a lot of fouls, loose passes. He wasn't getting into good positions to get the ball in the box. He wasn't getting the ball in the box. He just had a bad game. It's one of them things. Baldock's been brilliant all season. Everyone's allowed a bad game, and I think today was Baldock's bad game. And he obviously gave the penalty away for their goal. I don't think they really tested us too much. They got into some okay areas, but didn't really test Henderson that much. Baldock did all right defensively, but against a Championship team, when Baldock's been skinning Premier League defenders and playing 1-2s around Premier League defenders all season, he wasn't great going forward today. Bash, don't remember him joining the attack too much. I remember him being in the box a couple of times, and obviously he created kind of the space for Billy Sharp's winner. And that's what Bash has been doing for years. But like I say, I didn't see him kind of going round Baldock too much today. But yeah, he did all right. Very well defensively, as always. All the defenders played well defensively. Egan, did all right. Did fine. Dealt with everything that came in the box. Won most headers. Cleared everything. Got his body in the way. He did what Egan does. Jack O'Connell, if I'm being completely honest, I don't remember Jack a lot. The only time I saw Jack with the ball was kind of like in our own half, starting off the attacks. I don't remember him going I think he went round Jack Robinson once. I don't remember him going round Osborne. So yeah, I don't think O'Connell really got too involved in the attacking play tonight. Maybe that's what Wilder told him tonight. Say, let's keep a strong back three. Let's not concede, and let Baldock and Osborne do the attacking. Yeah, Osborne I thought was probably our second best player today. I thought he was brilliant when he went into midfield. I think there are a few bits where he was diving. He dived in, nearly gave away a penalty. And right towards the end, when all he had to do was kind of like keep the ball and then play a nice ball out wide, he just slashed at it and put it out. I'm picking at hairs, straws. What am I talking about? Splitting hairs. That's what it is. Clutching at straws. They're the two ones that I couldn't get right. So yeah, I thought Osborne had a great game. I really did. Sanderberger, we're going to call him. I thought this was going to be his game today. I really did, because I think his best position is defensive midfield. That's where he's been playing for Genk. In his Genk career. And he's good at picking that ball up off the defence and driving with it. But I didn't see it. I didn't see it again today. A lot of passes going astray. I thought it was really good in the first kind of 30 minutes. Towards the end, it might have been just getting tired. But he didn't have a good game. He really didn't. Like, a lot of people have been getting on his back, and I think that's wrong because he's only young. It's obviously... The Premier League's a difficult league to come straight into, especially when you're young, especially when you come from a league like the Belgian league that isn't very physical, in my opinion, isn't that quick, and he's got to kind of hit the ground running. And but tonight, I thought that would have been his game. He'd have more time on the ball, and I thought he'd show his class tonight. I still think he's got somewhere to go. I think he's going to have a really good pre-season. And if I'm being completely honest, even though I don't think Lundstram had a great game tonight, I think Lundstram will start the next game. I think he'll start against Norwich. Yeah, Lundstram, I thought he was quite poor, if I'm honest, today. I didn't see him for most of the first half. I expected him to be making kind of those runs, getting forward. I expected him to do the fleck roll today, kind of, and get himself forward. I know Luke Freeman were playing, but I expected him to get further forward than he normally does. That's what I was thinking. But I don't remember him doing that much, to be perfectly honest. Then we move on to somebody that did everything. And this is probably the reason why Lundstram didn't get involved in the game that much, because I thought Luke Freeman was absolutely phenomenal tonight. Like, he was fleck. He was. And I know we're playing a team that aren't quite as good as some of the Premier League teams that we're going to come up against, and we have been coming up against. But Luke Freeman just does not get a chance. And sometimes I feel like we're crying out for another attacking midfielder rather than a striker. Wilder's like, throw a striker on, throw another striker on, throw another striker on. And it's like, I kind of just want him to bring on an attacking midfielder that sits in the hole and creates stuff. And Freeman definitely does that. And obviously he created the goal for the winner. Jack Robinson went down the left, couldn't quite get the ball in the box. It came back out to Freeman, took a lovely touch, another couple of touches, and then straight on Billy Sharp's head. Like, beautiful ball. Absolutely wonderful left foot. And he had a shot from really far out that troubled the keeper as well. But he just ran the game. Like, well, he ran the game for us. I wouldn't say he ran the game all game, because I think Reading in the second half really took it to us and we just couldn't deal with it. We just couldn't. But no, I think Luke Freeman's done himself no harm for trying to get back into this side. It would be nice to see him at least get brought on in a game at some point before the end of the season, because he's been left off the bench. He's been on the bench and not come on. It's just, I feel like he's not done anything wrong to deserve not playing. I think he's probably deserved to play more than possibly Sanderberger and maybe Lundstram of late. I think Lundstram's done okay coming on in the last few games, but Luke Freeman, why not? Why not? He creates so many chances and so much space. He is the Duffy, the left-footed Duffy. So yeah, hopefully, I'd like to see him start. I'd like to see him at least get brought on in some games towards the end of the season. Then we've got Mousse McGoldrick. Mousse did absolutely nothing, did he? Nothing. Everything was going wrong for him. Nothing was coming off. He was trying to flick it around players. It weren't happening. Can't hold the ball up. He was trying to shoot from everywhere. And at one point, he shot from like the edge of the box, like on the kind of on the angle of the edge of the box, with about 5 men in front of him. And it's like, what are you doing? It just feels like he's, I don't know. He's trying too hard. He's trying too hard. He's because he's not getting the chances in the box. He's shooting from everywhere just to try and get a goal, get on the score sheet. And if you're not playing well, you need to try and do the basics right. And that's keeping the ball. That's creating chances. And if you get into that position, put it in the back of the net. We don't want you shooting from 30 yards when there's loads of blokes in front of you, mate. Then we've got, obviously, Didsey. I thought Didsey did all right. He's been out for possibly 2 months, I reckon. Definitely a good 6 weeks, I think. So it's nice to see him back in a red and white shirt, starting. Obviously took his goal excellently, really, really well. And linked up the play all right. I don't think it was one of his best games, but yeah, he definitely did more than Mousse. He definitely did more than Mousse and McBurney, I would say. So anyway, coming off the bench, Ollie McBurney didn't do a great deal. There's nothing really to say about it. Jack Robinson came on and did all right, held on to the ball, looked decent on the ball, tried to get forward, tried to kind of go with Chris Wilder's plan. And it's like, when you're a fullback, you've got to attack. Even if you're not an attacking fullback, you've got to try it, especially in this Chris Wilder formation. Obviously, Billy Sharp came on, made the difference, scored the goal. I love how the commentator said, Billy Sharp's not had any service, not had any at ball, but you never know with Billy Sharp. He always gets in those positions to score goals, and what did he do? And obviously, Panos Retsos came on, and I thought it were a bit harsh. I've been looking forward to seeing him play, and he gave the ball away a couple of times, but he's a centre-back playing at defensive midfield. I'm not sure if he's played defensive midfield before. I didn't know he existed before we signed him, and I haven't done much research on him. But I don't know if he's played defensive midfield before. I'm assuming he has for Wilder to play him there. But I thought it were a bit harsh, especially when Reading were chasing the game and he's going to have people buzzing around him trying to protect the ball off him. And as a central defender playing in defensive midfield, you need to be comfortable on the ball. And I think he is comfortable on the ball, but when it's his first kind of taste of English football, it's a bit harsh to chuck him in a position that he's not kind of known for, and expect him to kind of show Wilder what he's missing. So yeah, I thought he were a bit harsh on him, but if I'm being completely honest, I was calling for Zivkovic to come on to kind of stretch the game, because at one point when Billy wasn't involved before he scored that goal, McBurney wasn't really holding the ball up. Billy wasn't getting involved because obviously he doesn't get involved in certain areas. He wants to be the furthest up the pitch to kind of work off scraps and get that goal for us. And I felt like Zivkovic needed to come on to stretch the game. But yeah, we didn't see him. We didn't see him again. It'd be nice to see him at some point this season. So that's everyone. That's everyone. I thought we were poor. I'm going to be honest. I thought we were poor. It was a terrible game to watch as a Blade. It's probably the worst we've played. Worse than Newcastle. Worse than Southampton. At least with Newcastle, Southampton, we were pushing and pushing and pushing to score a goal. In this game, we got ran ragged by Reading in that second half completely. But we're expected to. We can't expect to play well every single game. Hopefully that'll give them a kick up the arse because we need to go and beat Norwich on Saturday. Is Norwich on Saturday? Isn't it? I just make sure because I've done this before. Yes, it is Norwich on Saturday. So it's a big one. Norwich need to win it. We need to win it. Obviously, Norwich need to win it more than us. But if we win I'm not saying our match in hand. I don't even think it's been arranged yet against Villa. But our match in hand, if we win that, we are 5th in the league. Obviously, that might not be for a while, but we've got that match in hand. If we can keep going, we're 7th or 8th at the moment. We're 8th at the moment. If we win on Saturday, we can go anything up to 4th. So, fingers crossed. Let's do this, boys. Let's do this. Chelsea are floundering. Man United are actually doing all right at the moment, but still terrible. Wolves are doing really well. Spurs floundering. Leicester floundering. I know we're 10 points behind Leicester, but God, this is our chance. This is our chance to go and get into Europe. Let's do it. Let's take it. So yeah, that's me. I really wanted to go to the game tonight, but I've just come back off holiday and I've got a lot of work on. And it's a Tuesday night, so it would have been a nightmare. I'd have probably had to take work off tomorrow and all that jazz. So yeah, I just watched it on Facebook tonight. I hope everybody else enjoyed watching the game. It wasn't, like I say, it wasn't the best, but it doesn't matter. We've got that win. We're into the quarterfinals. Wednesday going to get absolutely trounced tomorrow by Man City. So it's going to be either Man City, up to now it's going to be either Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle. Did some play last night? Arsenal, yeah, of course. So there's loads of big teams still left in it. But it'd be nice to get to a FA Cup final. We've been to loads of semi-finals in the past. I've been to every single one of them. It would be nice to get to a final. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash a like on it. If you also enjoyed me being back, leave me a comment downstairs. And yeah, subscribe if you're new around here. Stay in good nick. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And if my content is something that you might like to see more of in the future, hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on. Oh yeah, and stay in good nick.